Hello, everybody, and welcome to SketchCraft, the vidcast for art, games, and process junkies. I am Rob Duenas, graphic artist Esquire, and if you're joining us for the very first time, you should know that we typically rant about art, movie, and geek-related news stuffs, chosen by either us or you, the audience. Joining in today is Wesley Rusher, freelance assassin trained in the ways of gaming PR, and journalism, and a man who could tell some things about Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, if he wasn't bound to his honor, and of course an NDA that was incredibly long. Wesley, say hi.
Hello, hello.
How you doing today, Wet? Lovely hair.
Uh, yeah, you drew a nice, lovely caricature of me. I'm looking at right now.
You
But
like
yeah,
that?
I'm doing great. Had a pretty relaxing day today, and kind of like the first day of full-time freelancing.
Oh man, so I'm so sorry to hear that you inadvertently switched careers. I blame the podcast because the last time you were on, you got a job, and then when you said you wanted to do the podcast, I was like, is it my fault? Did the
No,
podcast do
we
this?
like part of me, like reason I reached back out to you was like I just felt like my creativity has been like stifled in my past job. And I was like, I don't even care if this is, like a conflict of interest. Like, I need a outlet somehow. I'm like, as long as I don't talk about what I was working on, like Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, then I guess I should be free. And I mean, either way, I'm still kind of bound, I think, for like a year of talking about anything until it's, public knowledge. Not that I know much, but, I have a better inkling on like release dates. And thank God I don't know anything about story because I hate spoilers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in my case, it's like no different than I've been working on say like movie shirts for a year for certain movies. I don't want to say. You know what I mean? So I just try not to talk about those things until they're well after they're out, and I never talk about what I worked on.
Yeah, I mean,
But
anybody in the industry who knew which companies I represented knew what games I would have had privy to. So
mhm, mhm, mhm.
that much isn't a secret.
It's not throwing you off, is it? The images? It's not.
No,
All
it's
good.
funny is I'm actually sitting here with my arms crossed, and I noticed that I'm drawn with my arms crossed, which is a little weird.
I know. Is it weird? It's as if I'm watching you somehow. No, no, I just thought it'd be funny to have some kind of images that I can randomly run to whenever we're talking. Just like, hey, I'm pretty cool. Like
Like, look at me. You like
I drew myself as a
as
yeah,
Ultros?
yeah. He's an octode. You know.
That
So let's talk
reminds me
some
of that.
gaming news. Let's talk. I don't mean to cut you off, but let's talk some gaming news really quick. So Wesley, go ahead. Just go ahead and just pick a topic, and you want to talk about some Dead or Alive 5? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about Dead or Alive 5. Last round, specifically Xbox One. I picked that up last week. A couple buddies wanted to hop on. Generally, I've been leaning towards PS4 this generation, but one of our buddies only has Xbox One, and from what I understand, the graphics aren't going to be a big difference, considering it's just just a port of a last-gen console game. Just fancier skin textures, more natural breast movements, and 60 frames per second action throughout the whole game. And it looks great. It runs, when you're playing, great. If you've played any iteration of Dead or Alive 5, this one just has more costumes, more unlockable characters, or the characters are actually all unlocked. It's more stages, just more Dead or Alive fan service for you. But what I'm really peeved about is just the overall state of its release and its constant crashing on the Xbox One, specifically when you are trying to play online.
So what you're saying is when you go online, it just basically crashes left and right. Now, is that like is that because what kills me, man, is we got into this before in the last podcast, right? About a year ago, I think, or was it no 2 years ago when Xbox One was announced it was going to be online only. And I was just like, what happens when you get? Because I mean, like when I got Halo 2, I mean it was like I could never get online. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't for the first month play very well online. So Dead or Alive's pretty big, dude. I mean, like that's the whole reason why my buddy got a 360 in the first place. And I bought a Dreamcast back in the day for Dead or Alive too. So I mean, I haven't played since the volleyball game, to be honest. Like, the
Extreme Beach Volleyball.
there you go.
I had a secret love affair with the first one. I never played the second, the one that was on, I think it was on 360, but the original, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Right. So is it like shutting down the whole system? Like the game just crashes?
So it doesn't kill the whole system. You can hit the guide button, and then you can just force quit by hitting the menu button, and then just reboot. And luckily, because everything is pretty much installed, I have it on disk. I didn't download it, but when you buy it on disk, it just queued like 40 downloads, and it made me download everything. I never heard the disk. I don't actually hear the disk spinning. I hear it reading to know it's there, but I don't hear it spinning like any other game where it was actually like reading it off the drive. Um, from like the moment I put the disk in, you would think some data was on the disk to install. I don't think there's anything on the disk.
So it's
Um,
actually just like downloading a bunch of stuff.
I mean, unless it's pulling it off the disk directly. I mean, I guess it would have to, because if you don't have online, how would you play it? But it gave me that impression that everything was coming from online.
Mm.
Things like for initially, they just sat there in queue. I had to like force start everything to even start installing. It's weird too in the menu. It doesn't say like Dead or Alive 5. It says default title for the name, whereas every other game has its name. Like if I were to talk to my Kinect, I would not say Xbox Play Dead or Alive 5. I would say Xbox Play default title. It's totally weird. Yeah,
This makes me happy. Yeah. That's my happy face. No, but seriously though, like, oh god, dude. Over the holidays, like how like the Lizard group shut down, like PlayStation Network and
Oh, I know a lot. I used to work with Sony Online Entertainment, who saw a lot of Lizard Squad problems, so I got to read a lot about that.
and what kills me is if that had come to fruition, like if Xbox One was only allowed to be online, right, the whole time. I mean, I could just imagine like they would have been fucked with left and right, right? Like, uh, it just reminds me. It's like all their plans, like Connect, right? Like you're gonna turn on all the games with your voice, but now you have to call it default title. Like it just never works the way you plan it to. I just haven't found a suitable replacement for a controller. You know what I mean? Like other things are fun to try for a while, but then you're just like button controller, install, download. Just a download button would be nice. But then it changes all your settings. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna bag on it. I mean, I like the series as a whole, but I'm just so anti Microsoft right now that I don't know, man. You know?
I mean, the crashing is widespread to PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 as well. There's actually a list of known issues on the Dead or Alive site.
That's fair.
Uh,
Well, look, Sony has their own issues with Drive Club, right? You wanted to talk a bit about that, like AAA gaming, right? That is just completely shipping broke, right now.
yeah, I mean, I don't have firsthand knowledge of Drive Club other than people weren't happy. I know recently somebody at Sony said that he can't guarantee that that free version of Drive Club may even see the light of day that was promised before the console launched.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that was like I think news either earlier this week or late last week.
Yeah, when
Um,
I got my PS4, I was like, okay, I'll get the stupid PSN Live, but at least I'll get that Drive Club copy because I actually play racing games, and I like Evolution Studios, and although MotorStorm 3 was not exactly my cup of tea, I love 1 and 2 a lot, and I actually like the PSP game Arctic Storm quite a bit. So I was like, I'll give them a shot with Drive Club, and then delay after delay after delay, Drive Club finally comes out. I never got to actually log on and play. If you really want to know, like online stuff, I could never connect. I gave up after like the first week. But it's a shame because I really wanted that free. I don't know, like it just seemed like it was really touted as a bonus, for the delay of like first party games and stuff. You'll get this thing and then it doesn't come out, and it's hard to like bitch about shit you never got in the first place. Like, oh, they promised me something I didn't get. But it kind of was used as like a really heavily like marketing point,
yeah,
when the
I
system
mean,
shipped.
and Halo Master Chief Collection is another game that shipped. It's been 100 days now, or over 100 days since it shipped, and it's still broken. Like, not all the modes and online are there. They've deleted playlists to then put them back in to then take them out again. They had scheduled a beta test for the online for like a month ago, but I believe they canceled that. Like beta testing the online 3 months after it came out. It's like, come on, guys. mean, sure, anybody who played the game before a certain date got an extra month of Xbox Live and they're adding Halo ODST
Hmm.
like HD to it, and so you get that for free and some like Halo 2 map. But I think everybody would rather had not got any of that and just had, an
A
awesome
game
online
that worked.
experience.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, really quick. Just kind of wrapping that topic up. What is your feeling right now about okay, what is the difference in expectation between AAA games that are shipping completely like not working, say like Assassin's Creed, right? And then, okay, I buy into an indie game at early access that I know isn't going to work at first, but then is gradually, going to get better. Like, does any of these even correlate, or you know what I mean? Are they like the same thing on a flip side of a coin?
I mean, I think you give the benefit of doubt to their like early access titles just because I mean they're out front saying like, hey, this game's in alpha or close to beta or sometimes not even that far along. Like, and you hope that by paying $20 that you're gonna help spur them to fix things, make the game better, have community involvement to make the game not just what they envision, but with the fans and tell them what they like and don't like about the game. Whereas when you like Assassin's Creed, Halo, Dead or Alive, it's like you're buying what they say is a finished product, and when they tell you it's finished, it should be finished.
Right?
Think of it as simple
See,
as that.
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that message kind of isn't. I don't know. It's getting kind of like lost out there because I like a lot of the early access stuff, even though it's incomplete. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care, like because some of the games, like okay, The Long Dark, is a game I know is a game that I can never get at retail in this environment. You know what I mean? I can't. That's not. Have you played that game?
I
It's
have not.
The Long Dark is like a first-person winter survival game that's really atmospheric. It's a typical find. Got to search every cabin, every area for food, and you want to see how long you could survive. And really, it's just a matter of like how long you can survive in the environment. Has sort of a simplistic look to it. Not, I'd say somewhere like Wind Waker without the cell shading in a way. But it's got some cool art design. They're eventually going to have DK2 support, which I'm looking forward to. But it's been really nice to see the small team. It's one of the really better early access games because they're really interactive with the fan base and they do a lot of updates. And it's pretty good product. But I know it's a game that like I jump in early because I can't get that anywhere else. Like it's never gonna make it through Ubisoft's chain of nonsense. And not that I want to just put Ubisoft in that corner, like they're the only ones doing it. But there's something to be said too when a game's like the fucking what was that cyber hacker game? I say I fucking forget out my head now. Stray Dogs or no,
Oh, Watch
the
Dogs.
hiking. There you go,
Watch
Watch
Dogs.
Dogs, Assassin's Creed. You know, uh, see, I don't play a lot of AAA games. My buddy does, and he's always fucking flipping out about it. But then I play Grand Theft Auto 5, and they don't ship, the heist for 2 years, but at least they're not shipping broken heists. You know what I mean? Like, I don't stress out about that so much. And I gotta give Nintendo some credit that Mario Kart doesn't break, even though I think the AI is fucking horrendous. You're like, well, at least it's not broke.
And
Like
there's
it may be
obviously
programmed poorly.
there were some bugs in that game, but they're so minuscule you don't even notice them. They've done multiple patches and updates.
Right. So, you have anything else to add to that? Thank you.
No,
What
I
would you give
just
that? Is Dead or Alive 5 even worth buying? I just want to know what your like what was your verdict on that? Like, is
not
it
not 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 right now because I think unless you have. So I have two friends I can play with, and we can create our own lobby and we can play to our heart's content in there. But nobody can enter our lobby right now. We can't enter anybody else's lobby. If you play rank matches, as you wait, it crashes. I want to say every 33% of the time right now. And so in that state, I mean, if you're looking to play online, I know online's not typically the way for hardcore fighters, but it's a lot of fun in Dead or Alive. The netcode's pretty good, but until they fix the crashing, like no, it's only $40, which does make it a little bit less of a blow to your wallet. But
right?
I would wait. I mean, you're only going to get so much entertainment out of it, by yourself.
Ghibli's. Ghiblis!
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny.
those two.
Just really quick, I was looking in the options because there's a bunch of achievements for like change the background music. So I was just going through and milking those achievements, and there was nothing for breast physics, but there is actually a breast physics slider, and it's not like the original Dead or Alive where you would increase the age up to like 99 and they would just get ridiculously, bouncy. This one though, it's like there's one that's called natural, there's one that's called last round, which is this game. So I don't know how they alter, and then there's like a couple more choices. And I even at natural, they gyrate pretty. I don't know how much more they can make them gyrate.
Oh, those guys.
But
Nothing
hey, if you
trouble
know
road.
about Dead or Alive 5, they took flack from the community because they made the characters more realistic this time around. Like people were pissed because they decreased the breast size of Kasumi. Like she looks like she has normal sized boobs now.
And they got shit for that.
Hmm.
Excellent. The internet refuses to be happy, Wesley.
No,
That's
no,
really what it comes down to.
no, especially in this age.
Right. Right. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So you want to talk about Batman Arkham Knight, right?
I just saw that. I don't know how much we can talk about it, but it's getting an M rating, which,
Right. This is crazy for a Batman game, I thought.
yeah, I would think any really, well, I mean, not every comic book. Obviously, certain characters like the Punisher or Blade or they're Deadpool maybe are going to be M. But yeah, for a Batman game, I don't think they would let the movies be rated R. You
Do you
know,
think it's the bullets?
I don't know. Maybe it's Harley's outfit or Poison Ivy's outfit this time around.
I don't know.
That
I'm
was the thing
hoping the
with Dead
game's
or
gonna.
Alive for the longest time. It was like, why is this game M rated? Because your boobs bounce and they kind of fight in bikinis. Like, why does that make it mature? Like, I get it for Dead or Alive 5. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like voyeuristic stuff in that, but like 3, it was like that's dumb.
Well, they say in the movies that the reason why you get a rating R is really like when they get hit in the head. Like it's not even the curse words. It's because you got hit in the head, that's a R rating. So that makes no sense. So maybe this is the first time they notice Batman kicks people in the head.
Yeah, you
You
get
know, like.
maybe there's a couple more F bombs in it.
uh,
Maybe there's more blood this time. I didn't. I don't think anybody's seen what the descriptors are, like seen what ESRB has said why it's M. I think we just know it's M at this point.
well, interesting news. We'll have to definitely see how that
Yeah,
pans
I
out.
mean, do you think it'll affect the sales, or in a world of Grand Theft Auto, especially with this game having like the Batmobile and being more open like Grand Theft Auto, are they really trying to attract that audience?
Grand Theft Auto made like 8 billion in one day, or 800 million in one day. It was like 1 to 3 days or some shit like that. So like I think it's like 300 million day one, 800 million in 3 days, and like $1 billion. So I don't think the rating affects it. I think it's just more interesting to know that that they are definitely making these superhero games not geared towards 8-year-olds. And I think that's interesting, good and bad, I suppose, because you don't want it to turn into like Breaking Batman.
But we have plenty of Lego Batman, so dude. How how much animation did you do for this guy? Because I'm holding my hand up right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I crossed
I
my arm.
figured you just talk like that.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't face palm right now when I face palmed, but
I don't have a face palm yet. I can only sort of put in just a few animations, but I worked it out. We've never even met. People don't even know, so I have no idea how you sit and talk. And so people know I don't actually look like a purple tentacle. Like, yeah, that's not what I look like.
like, yeah, that's me.
Check me out. I will be bald like that, I think, in 10 years, though. The hair is receding on both ends. So it's getting to be there. But if that's all good, let's talk some 3DS. Are you cool with that?
Oh yeah.
So I have received the new 3DS XL. That's it right there. Check that out. It's been an interesting week for Nintendo.
I was like, what do you mean you're showing me your 3DS? And I look back at the screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Brilliant.
It's better if I don't actually show you these things, I think. I like the reactions.
You
So,
got the black one, I see.
yeah, I did. I got the black one. I got the black one. It was all I could get a week late, even though I had pre-ordered. Nothing came in. Apparently, and I found this out after the fact. I had to kind of like dig around, and then it was being reported, and that there's a port strike somewhere in like Seattle.
Yeah, the shipping ports.
So like people couldn't even get one, even though they pre-ordered. Like you pre-ordered one, right? And you didn't even get
And
one
yeah, but mine's a whole nother story.
because you got the Zelda one. See, I got mine
Uh,
through Best Buy as well, but they shipped mine. I got
yeah,
this one right here.
they
You
they,
didn't get.
they just flat out canceled mine. They presumably canceled everybody who had multiple systems pre-ordered. They only let them keep one, and
Mhm.
then that wasn't enough. So then they just started going through when you pre-ordered it. And I don't know how many pre-orders they let, but I mean I pre-ordered mine pretty quick, so it was a bummer. They gave me 50 free bucks to spend in the store, which got me Last of Us on PS4 and Tales of Xillia 2 for free, so I can't complain. And then they somehow managed to screw up that order too, which then got me another 25 bucks, which then got me a copy of Majora's Mask for, my plus a couple bucks I had to spend on my pocket for 3DS. So it was a pretty good sacrifice in the long run. I got 3 games because I pre-ordered something.
They should have reached. They should have renamed it to Better Not Buy, essentially.
But in the long run, like as much as I like having 3 games, I would still rather have that Majora's Mask 3DS
Well, let's
because
just
of
kind of
that.
take a look at it a little up close. I can kind of talk to you about what the 3DS is doing here. So basically, it looks like this. This is the new 3DS, right? That's their spiffy new 3DS logo, if you haven't been able to tell yet. And it's pretty interesting. It's got some new features. Basically, it's got this. Let's start on the far right. It's got a C stick. It's got this little nubby nipple thing that actually feels like it doesn't work until you turn the system on. It's like
Hmm. Yeah,
I was like, is this fucking thing broke? Does it do anything? And
I
then
played one on a demo, and I was like, "What?" And then it works, but it definitely does not feel like it does anything.
yeah, it's like I don't know, nub or
I'm scared to
something.
know like what the what its durability is though. Like how would
Oh,
you
like
even know? Yeah, it's like one day you're like, I can't move to the right. I don't
you,
get it.
you got to put in a game to figure it out, right? So and then you have the power button is now underneath the system, right? And underneath the system where the stylus would be kept. So that's a little bit different. Like I'm still used to pressing down on the front plate faceplate, according to the old 3DS. So that's a little bit
Did you
different.
have an XL or did you have just a traditional one?
I had the XL.
Okay.
So this is compared to the first XL, apparently, the
Okay.
gold one.
I just have the original OG one, and the power button's on the front as well.
Oh, so
Faceplate.
they changed it for the XL. Is
Uh,
what you're saying, right? Because
yeah.
the oh wait no, the power button's right here on yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it would be. So now it's down over here. So and then there's like a little Wi-Fi indicator, and then there's your little what do you call that? Stylus, which is shorter. It's shorter. I don't really care, but it's whatever. And then the headphone jack is now down here, which thank God. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to find a headphone jack in the middle of the fucking night when you're in bed trying to play a 3DS XL, but it's like I could never line it up, you know?
Yeah, that's where the headphone jack is on the original 3DS.
Oh, okay, cool. So I didn't get the original 3DS because it was like 400 fucking dollars when it came out. And I was like, fuck you, Nintendo. Like,
I waited a little while. I got the Zelda one as well. I love the Zelda collectible systems. My girlfriend has the Zelda 3DS XL, and I have the original one.
that's what I have. Yeah, the Zelda 3DS XL.
I will say, like, the stylus is short on the original, but it's telescoping. It gets longer.
Oh yeah. That would be nice if on this one it did that, but it doesn't. It's kind of a bummer. And then now the game case, the games are actually inserted over here on the new 3DS. Was it that way on the original 3DS?
No, it was on the back middle.
Yeah, they're right here now. So,
Which I guess if you add 2 more L buttons, there's probably some chip stuff in the way, and the possibility of being a spaz and instead of hitting the ZL or ZR, you probably just eject your game.
right, right. So then lastly, the it comes with this nifty little thing. This is the whole reason why I got this. This is what I really really wanted it for, face tracking. Now, really simply, face tracking basically does this. awesome 3D, right? So what it does is the face tracker tracks your face, so then when you're looking at the 3DS, when you move your head, it doesn't go out of focus. Now, I have heard rumors that a friend of mine was saying on one of his other podcasts, the demo unit, his was always going in and out. But I assure you, like I have synced mine up, and I have to go way far left and right of the 3DS for it to fall out of sync. So I think the recommended viewing distance it tells you on the 3DS is 14 inches, up to 14 inches. Um, but it's really amazing, Wesley. It changed the whole system for me. Like, I don't know how much time you've had to play it at your, if you've had a chance to play outside or if you had
I
any.
messed with it on a demo kiosk at Best Buy, but you said you had to calibrate it to yourself.
Yeah, you do got to do like an initial calibration, which you
Okay,
wouldn't do in the
so
store.
yeah,
So I figured when he complained about that, I'm like, well, maybe that has something to do with it. So I don't know. But basically, like I've been replaying like 3D Mario Land from the beginning. It's a whole new system, dude. Like it really is. Like it really, the 3D works incredibly well. Mario Kart 7 is now playable for me because
have you
before I
been
used to have to
playing
like,
Base Raiders?
I have refused to play anything that maps my photo face. Everyone looks like a bad GoldenEye model, you know, like so, but it's so good, you know, I'd be willing to buy two 3DSs if I had it, if I could. Those 3DSs, like maybe the one you bought. uh,
Yeah, those Majora's Mask 3DSs are like 500-600 bucks right now.
really?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter, dude. I got the Zelda 3DS XL, and it doesn't change. It's like I have my DS. Here's the thing. My DS is the the Zelda one, the golden one when Spirit Await the Spirited Tracks came out.
Mhm.
That one is, and then I got the 3DS Zelda version XL, and it's just like I get it, like it's cool to have, but you know it doesn't really. It just gets nicked up at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, you know, it's funny is I just looked at my 3DS and I just noticed a nick on the bottom. I was like, I'm like, I should have got a protective case for it.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I know at the end of the day it doesn't matter. So I think at this point, since there's nothing that I really want to play that fully takes advantage of the new 3DS, and I've always been okay with the 3D as it is. It doesn't bother me. Just gonna wait to either a price drop, you know, like a Christmas sale where they drop it 20 bucks, or you know, maybe they'll do another cool, you know, limited edition one. But if Nintendo's the way they've been operating lately is any indication, the next, you know, limited edition 3DS is gonna be just as effing hard to get. Unless they put Mario on it. If they put Mario on it, they'll make a million.
Right.
Those like
Right.
Mario 3DS XLs that came out like last Christmas, you can still find them in the store.
Yeah, you know, if they release a Metroid one that's all themed out like Samus's helmet and shit, never gonna, right? Like, that'll just break the internet.
Yeah. Have you bought any Amiibos? Do you have Smash on
Uh,
the
I
3DS?
I was going to get the Mega Man amiibo, and I thought it came out next month, but apparently they already came out. A buddy of mine had got one for me. I just found out today. So I
Nice.
do have a Mega Man amiibo on my way, and that's only because I do not want to play as Mega Man in Super Smash Bros. But I'd like him to be my buddy, so I'm willing to train Mega Man.
Well, if you put him on the same team, he will be your buddy. But if you try to fight him, once you train him for like 2 hours, 3 hours, he will be your nightmare.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. You know, that's like classic Street Fighter. Like, you know, all right, got a master must fight the student. Well, I'm all cool with that. But I just wanted the Mega Man, and I wanted the Toon
He will
Link.
beat your ass.
Really?
Yeah, Toon Link. You can find those in the store if you don't. I've seen them like as of last week, but I have all the Zelda ones. I have Link, Zelda, Sheik, Toon Link, and then I have Mega Man, and I have Little Mac, and I also have the Rosalina and Luma, just because I somehow was lucky to get one of those. I'm probably gonna sell that one because I just don't want it. You know, I just at this point, like I'm not trying to collect them all. I just, you know, Zelda's important to me and my fiance, and
Mm.
Punch Out's my favorite game of all time, and Mega Man's up there.
Well, they did release a Little Mac amiibo.
Yeah. Mhm.
I missed that.
Yeah, I had a friend send me a message. He was like, "Hey, GameStop opened up more orders on them," and I was able to get one. And last time I looked, they were going for like 70, $80 on eBay.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the most valuable ones.
Wow.
Which makes sense. I would think Nintendo doesn't have much faith in the Punch-Out series.
You know that's true when they make a really bad Wii game, right? Like
It wasn't that bad. It was made by what, Next Level? What's that their name? The guys who made Luigi's Mansion.
Well, I didn't like it because of the motion controls at the time. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted.
You
I
can
don't know. By
play,
that point, I was
you can
done.
play it without motion controls.
Oh, you can?
You can flip it
Play
basically.
Magazine lied to me then. Like.
Never.
Dave never mentioned that. Like. Because that's why I was there when that came out. And I was like, oh, and they were in the office and they were like swinging punches. I was like, oh fuck.
I
You
got
know,
some
it's like
funny things around about offline about the latest issue of GameFan that is available today digitally for free.
Hold on, wait. Repeat the Game Fan plug again. Just do it. Do it.
GameFan available today digitally for free. Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't say. Where can I get it?
I don't know, like Magster or something like that.
That's amazing.
Find it all on their Facebook page, GameFanMag.com. Actually, I'm pissed off about that website because they deleted all my articles.
Wait, who? Oh, wait, the Game Fan site deleted all your articles?
That or they're just buried. Like I can't find them in Google Cache or anything.
Mm.
Can you draw my cat next time too? Because I'm pretty sure you can hear her crying in the background.
Hey, that happens, man. We all live with animals. It's no big deal.
She's like, I want in your room, I want out of your room.
Well, Wesley, it's been fun. This is like a short episode, I think. I don't know what much else to talk about. Basically, my gaming right now has been all of the 3DS. That's basically what I've been playing. I've been playing everything in 3DS. I've been playing Mario Land, Mario Kart, Fire Emblem. I still can't fucking beat Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I did successfully transfer over my stuff. Before I give a complete love letter to Nintendo, I just want to say, transferring your info from one 3DS to another is a fucking nightmare. I don't care what they say. It sucks, dude. Straight up. I don't understand in the land of Japan where mobile gaming is like supreme, how they just can't come up with something much easier than I got to rip the fucking faceplate off, stick it into the mini SD card into a. So I don't even own SD cards, so if I had to go buy one of those things, plug it into my PC, transfer the files over, and then put it back in my system, and then activate all their stuff, and then activate the info, which would you have to activate. You have to switch onto your Nintendo Fan Network ID thing, and you better not have done that before. You did that, or you can't. It's I gotta tell you, Wesley, it took me all night when I got it to get it set up. So, it basically at first I looked like this. I was like, "No, Nintendo!" Right? I was screaming and stuff. It was nothing but like, "Oh, I gotta go to Walmart at 2 in the fucking morning," And then I'm like, "I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do." And then finally, I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna go get the fucking thing because I want to play Mario right now." And then I went to go get it, and then fucking Walmart. No one was in the electronics section, and then I was pissed the fuck off, right? I just ripped the thing out of the fucking because they got these little things that block you from getting SD cards. You got to get some guide to get the key to get it out, and it's just a thin package. So I just ripped the fucking thing out, and was able to get home and install it, and I was happy. Like,
nice. I planned ahead during the Christmas times. I bought myself a memory card for it. Got one of those guys on sale. So it's sitting there waiting for me. It's pretty cheap. Dude, shut up, cat. It's
I'm not
hilarious.
that graphic. When I hear all the click,
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm glad you're happy with Nintendo. I'm mad at them because they've made like everything Zelda like really hard to get for the last year. And yeah, Hyrule Warriors Collector's Edition for America. Oh, only available in the Nintendo Store in
Really?
New York. Yeah. I mean, it came with a freaking scarf. I mean, whoop-de-doo. But still, it's just like I want to have the collector's edition. Oh, they sold it one place, but Europe, they get it. They get it everywhere. Majora's Mask is hard to get. Oh, you want the Majora's Mask collector's edition with the Skull Kid figure? Oh yeah, you should have pre-ordered that like within the first 2 minutes that we decided to announce it after our Nintendo Direct, but you may have been sleeping at 6 in the morning, so sorry.
Well, in Nintendo's defense, I have to say we do get Wii TV. And they don't. So, you know what I mean? We have that. All right. So, oh, hold on. Sorry. So, one question though. Other than the Nintendo stuff, like you're gonna get Zelda this year. I mean, are they fixed? Like, do you think like I mean, as best as that system can be, like it's not a total failure? Because I mean, the last time we did a cast, we were talking about the future of everything, and I really felt that the Wii U was gonna be like it's gonna be like the Dreamcast without Nintendo going under. Like it was gonna be the GameCube with like half the game library. But that there would be it would to me like I think at the end of the day, I think the Wii U will have software that stands up better than the Wii, even though the Wii was a more profitable, successful system long term.
hmm
But I
Yeah,
think
I think they could bow out quick and try to, be the HD superpower. Just steal that thunder because PlayStation and Microsoft aren't going to make a new system anytime soon, and their stuff's already dated.
they sure as shit aren't going to make first-party games. I mean, I don't know other than Halo. Like, I mean, I love my PS4, but what is Sony making first-party that actually counts? You know what I mean? Drive Club's tanked. The Order, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
I started playing Infamous Second Son. It's okay, but I mean, that's already came and went. Killzone was really bad.
And Knack was whack. Huh?
Uh, I actually I bought Knack not that long ago. I haven't played it yet. It was $10 online. I'm like, $10, sure, why not?
I paid full price for that fucking thing at launch.
That's why I look at games. I'm at the point now where I don't need everything day one anymore. So
I like how when I get ripped off, you get very happy. You're like, fuck you, new 3DS, Rob.
you got it.
Alrighty, dude. It's been good times, man. Next time, let's. Yeah, I'm still a little rusty. I want to prepare more graphics. I didn't even think like this graphic thing would work at all. Like, if it would even
Uh,
be like worth it.
I am a fan.
Is it?
Give
Because
you
I
a
can't
thumbs
like
up.
exactly sync it 100%. So,
Still
I
pretty
figured it
good
wouldn't
though.
matter. Cool. So Wesley, where can we find you on the internet?
I don't know here. That's about it right now. I'm rethinking things. I don't know what my next step's gonna be, but I'm looking at PR. I'm thinking about journalism again. I don't know. I just may freelance everything, PR, journalism, so I could be everywhere. But right now, you can find me here, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Steam. it's
We'll
uh,
find you, Team Lebowski.
I'm on a quest in the meantime to take down a lot of my backlog.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I hear you on that.
So far this year, I've gone through 8 games, but not too bad.
Yeah, well let's go through backlog next time because I actually got a truck of Steam stuff I gotta like kind of get through at some
Cool.
point. I should make some graphics for it. So other than that, folks, you can find me on the internet anytime you want. SketchCraft.com over at the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram, the DeviantArt, the Tumblr, the whatever. This is SketchCraft. Name of the podcast.com. Thanks for hanging out, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.